Hello boys and girls, this is Angel Models here, and today I'm gonna show you my queries on the server. A lot of people wants to come visit me, but obviously I'm not gonna give my address to anybody. So I'm just gonna make a video and show you guys what I'm working on. This is my kinda like old base. I just have a mess everywhere, and it's not really what I wanted to do. I have a few things in there, but anyway, what I wanted to show you guys, that's a beautiful machine right there, Tesla. It keeps the monsters away. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this stuff. This is my first query that I ever made. It's kind of quarry, board, mining board, whatever you want to call it. So basically, you make a big machine. This has block breakers, and the machine would move forward and eat all that and stuff like that. Let me show you what it looks like inside. If I can just get in here. I hate doors. Come on, man. There we go. So I'm gonna turn on night vision, if I even have it. Oh yeah, I don't. I do have it, but in here doesn't work somehow. Anyways, I have these 6 engines. It has 6 frame motors, and all are being touched by this bundle cable with the cord. And because we're underground, this is the basic frame for the airship, but that is usually used with solar powers. But in our case, we have like a remote powering system where I have like this ender chest. And if I can open the ender chest, you can see it has BD batteries, which are being charged over there above the surface. And then every time that that battery needs some power, these 2 transporters would take out a battery and put it in there and charge my system. Then up here, as you can see, cables go everywhere. And basically I have this ender chest, and don't worry for getting the code because this is private. You see. And then whatever these things break, it will come through all those pipes and it will end up in here. And then over there at my place I have MAC, or Applied Energistics machine, which is always sucking stuff from this chest, so it doesn't really last anything in there. As soon as it gets there, it gets pulled into my system. That would be the first machine, and this is what I had in mind. This was the first time I actually built this remote powering system. And then I thought I was having issues with water and stuff like that in other holes that I have over here, and that was like a really big concern that I had. I want to show you guys over here. I have you see, I started mining that way, and what happens is I hit water, and that was not good. So I had to move back and then go lower, and I've been mining all this. As you can see, it's huge. But from some point, I actually designed a second version of another board, which is more light and compact. This is my second version, and as you can see, you see the square in the background? That's how big it mines. So this, I'm not even sure how many blocks that mines, but it's not that much. It's basically like a moving house. And then I had to seal it all up because of lava and water and whatnot. And this one over here, I implemented the same remote powering system like this one over here. This is for the blue electricity, and I implemented on this side. But the thing is, I actually made it work with MFSU, if you guys kind of can see it through this thing. And the MFSU, as you guys can see, is powering force fields, this core. And if I come up here, I lose the cables, I lose all the bundle cables, and now I'm just using this stuff. And as you can see, they're everywhere, they're touching everything. So I have three basic force fields. This one over here has an underwater upgrade, and this one covers a huge area of this place, and it cuts all the water off. And then up here I have one. This one over here is just a panel one, and this one over here has an upgrade down there, which is a block cutter. So maybe you guys can figure out what I'm trying to do. I move this thing forward, the water, it's a sphere or a cube, I don't remember, and it cuts all the water and lava around me, and then a wall appears, and then the block cutter goes on and cuts a piece of a whole layer of these things. Then these are transposers, so all the items would be hit the wall, because when the block cutter cuts these blocks, they will actually jump back over here. So I have to put a wall right here, so all the items fall in right here in front of the transposers, and then I just click several times that number, and the transporters come, bring all the stuff again to the chest, and then all these chests are the same, and they go into my systems again. But I'm just gonna show you guys what my new baby is. So on this side, I set up a teleporter to my new place. This is really far, so I'm gonna try to come. Over here I have on the top, I set up this remote powering system, and on top of me I do have, there you go. On top of me I have a lot of solar panels and stuff like that to power this thing, which is huge. This is not gonna drain as easy. And I kinda encased it all over here, but I have both of the remote powering systems right here. One powers this MFSU and this MFSU, and then both of them power this. An MFSU can take up to 5 inputs and it will charge faster. And it's kinda ticking. I removed the timer because it's so loud, and I put this turtle just pulsing there. As you can see, it's just sending little pulses into the system. And up here, let's make a little walkway. There are my chests again, and don't worry, they're private. One has the BT batteries, and the other one, guess what it has? Laptron crystals. So if a Laptron crystal gets empty here, it will get pulled out, sent into this MFSU down here. It will be filled up, and then it will be put back into the system. So that's pretty much it, and it will be put it into those ender chests, which I use at the bottom to pull them out. And since this is pretty far from where I was before, I'm still working on this. It's going to be looking really cool, but it's not there yet. And I need to do walls and whatnot. So since this is pretty far from the other place, I cannot use the other power system, because it will not be chunk loaded to generate to charge everything. This is my cobble generator with scrap fabrication, automatic scrap fabrication, and my chests, as you can see, are kind of full, and there is some power getting from those engines. Anyway, I'm gonna show you my latest project, my pride, or whatever you gotta call it. This is amazing, and we may encounter a few mobs around here. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna jump down there, and here it should be. There it is. And let me just put it on how it should look like. There we are. The Underground Mining Boar Mark III by Angel Malus. This thing is a sweetie right here. So I implemented obviously the same technique with the engines, the 6 engines to move them. I did use the receivers and transmitters to move them. I make this compact, this over here, and you guys can see what else is going on there. So this is the powering system for the BT batteries to power all this, and over here obviously I have the EU powering system, and as you guys can see I still use the force fields to cut and move and stuff like that. but obviously I made it a little bigger. So this one cuts 39 blocks by 25 blocks, and it's just enough. It doesn't crash the server, it doesn't lag at all. But I added a second one over here, and this one right here, it's because I'm keeping my inventory. I'm not sending anything to Ender Chest to try to be sucked up and whatever. I'm actually sending it right here to these guys, and these guys get sucked into the inventory. So let me show you guys how it looks inside before I start to get monsters out here. Inside over here I have a cabin. It's amazing. I'm like really happy with this stuff. I don't know what that happened. Oh, I think because I changed the texture pack. So anyway, that is a remote control. So this is my cabin. Welcome to my cabin. I have a little chair here where I can sit and control everything, and I have my command center over here, and I have all the remotes over here. All those are just to move. There's 6 moves: up and left, right, up, down, and back, forward. And then I have this one over here has a lamp because this is the cutting. This lights up when the machine is actually cutting, so I can see when it's actually sending the cut pulses. And then I have the wall, and I have the underwater dome thingy, and then I have the transposer pulsing to suck the things. Everything will get sucked into the system, into those chests, and as you can see I don't have anything, and that's because it's right here. This one over here is one that I was doing. As you guys can see, I have been working on this. So if I put this one in here, this is the whole thing that I've been sucking from this underground, and it's not even, it doesn't even take that long, but I'm gonna show you guys how this works. Oops, that doesn't go there. When these are full or semi-full, you can see orange or red and those green lights. Next thing, this lever over here is for the display out there, my name and whatever. This lever right here is the amazing. This is the third part that I added, this right here, because I was having an issue with monsters. They do spawn, they come around, you guys can see them over here, and they're pretty annoying. I use these lamps now, the rat lamps, just because they're stronger, and you guys can see what I did. I use one MFSU to power the force fields. I use another MFSU to power this thing, the ME, and I use another MFSU to power this thing, Tesla, with speed upgrades and range upgrades. It has more speed upgrades than range upgrades because I want him to kill faster, and then I don't need so much range as long as it kills everything around here. So as soon as I hit this, you can see rays going around, because the Tesla is actually killing monsters everywhere. So that is pretty neat. That is really amazing. So I have a machine that mines, collects, and kill monsters at the same time, and I can just sit comfortably in this thing. Over here, obviously, I have the chests, the same chest down there, just to see if they're getting refilled or not. This turtle over here, remember the other ones had little timers to pulse? Well, this turtle over here sends a pulse to this transmitter, and the transmitter actually pulses down here to get the batteries and get the system charged. So I'm using again a turtle to do those pulses. And the way that I stop the turtle, because it just continuously keeps doing that, the way that I stop it is just I turn on this lever and it remains it on. But if I turn it off, then you will start to see those pulses right there. This trapdoor is just an easy access to the force field core in case I need to redo that thing, which is not normally. I don't really do that. This over here is amazing. Since I'm gonna be hours and hours and hours making these holes, I just have this computer for one single reason. Play some music. So how this works? Well, I use this controller, and I'm gonna show you guys something. This is a private sniffer. I use this controller, I control shift, and then I can move all this thing around. And don't worry, if you go over here, all these greens, it says owned. Nobody else could trigger this but me. So they're all mine. The first 1,000 actually are publics, and then you guys can start like putting private ones if you get a private sniffer. It doesn't always work, but it was a trick. Now over here, I know already my numbers. It starts with front is 4311, and then back is 4322. So all I really need to do is just change over here. This will be back, and if I right click this thing, it will start moving the... No, wait. There we go. Yeah, because it's 43. So you see, it starts to move the board back. So basically I can control the whole board with this remote, in case I need to move back or whatever, which it has happened because I had some issues with gravel. Anyways, this is my basic computer. I have several things here that I use, not much. I use it for tests, and this was the last thing that I did. I need to like make a nice little screen to work with this, but so far it's fine. Test, not test. And I'm just gonna do a test for, I guess, 10, so you guys can see how this works. So as you can see, I'm in the chair, and the machine actually moves with me. You can see the blinking on top of me, which means that it's cutting the things, and then it will start sucking. You see, and then that one that you see on the left side is actually to move forward, and you can see the blinking again, and everything is happening like real time. The first problem that I had with this type of boards with Redpower, even the airships, is that when they move, you don't move. So you will start to have you will start to be left behind all the time. And I think that thing floating down there, it's my trapdoor. Yep. I was wondering where it go or it disappear all the time. So I guess it doesn't move with the mining board. So let's see what it's doing outside. And it's safe to come outside because you can see that red light down there. It means that the Tesla is actually working. So there is no problems. Now I'm gonna go all over here. You guys see that? This wall right here, this force field. You're gonna see it disappear in a bit. That force field covers the whole machine, and it clears the water and lava around it. And it's pretty far up and to the side. So even if I go all the way up here, you cannot see the edge of the force field because it's higher than that. So it's a pretty big force field that cuts all the water around. And then I think we're not reached yet over there. So as you guys can see, it puts a wall right here, and then over there you can see another force field appearing, and that's the force field that cuts. I have to be able to cut 2 blocks away. You see, it's gonna come forward a little bit, puts the wall, and then it starts to cut right there. And that's 2 blocks away because when it cuts, it has to let those items jump back and hit the other wall. So it's slowly moving forward, and I think 2 more steps and it will be doing that, but I don't know if I put that many. So, and then even with this on, it will start to move this once. So if there is something here, it will be sucked into the inventory, and it will be starting to be pulled out of into the system. And as you guys can see, this force field is actually moving forward and forward. Every time that thing moves 1 step, you see it disappear, and then it will appear again after the thing is done. Oh, it's done actually, I think. Maybe. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's done. So let's do another 10 real quick. You see, that was my problem. If I just stand still somewhere, I will start to get sucked into the machine and next thing you know, I'm like inside of it or glitching out or jumping off of it. We're getting there. So I believe this one will start cutting. So there you go. You see all those blocks that fell? Basically it cut, what, 39 times 25? And everything gets sucked into the system. Then it will move forward. See those blocks right there? Boom. Everything out. All the way up. Now let's get in here. And the reason why I have this thing over here, the card kind of went away. It's okay. The reason why I have this thing over here is because here I can actually see as the items are being pulled into the system. So you see it's moving in. Obviously I get a lot of gravel and cobblestone, and you guys are gonna see I just went 1k of cobblestone just like that. So yeah, how much is what, 39 times 25? That's a lot. And it does it every couple of seconds, and then you can just continue. And you say, hey, but can you just go one way, because you're basically never gonna end. But with this machine you can move it up and down and back and forward and everything. So all I really need to do is just go back and dig a hole to the side, a small hole where the arms are gonna fit, and I can just it's not cool. One second, let me deal with this thing right here. How do you break these things? I don't want to break my place. There we go. Stay there. So as you can see, the arms are not that big. So all I really need to do... Wow, I guess there was a hole. Yeah, when there's a hole, actually it jumps away from the edge. They will come. All you really need to do is dig a hole that way, and then you can start scooting the machine that way. And since it's just those two blocks, basically the hole doesn't even need to be bigger than that. And as you can see, it's not getting stuck into the ground, because under the machine, I pulled up the machine and I put covers, so it will not get stuck into the ground. So you can actually just dig those holes and just scoot the machine that way, and it will start moving that way. And obviously, since it's so big of the hole, I can start moving the machine up, and then it will start cutting up. So I don't know, you guys tell me, what do you think about this machine? If it, I mean, it look expensive, but it's not really expensive. I mean, most of you guys have even better stuff than this. You guys can do ender chests, you guys can do, this stuff is just cobblestone and redstone. Is pretty easy to do. Maybe a little bit of obsidian. Computers are super easy to make, as these are easy. Maybe the MFSUs are kind of big deal, or maybe all the lapis crystals. You see, I pulled out one already. Maybe that's gonna be an issue, but it's not even that much of an issue. Like, if you have a machine that makes them, it shouldn't be any problem at all. And let's put some music again. Oops. So yeah, this is it. You guys can check the chests to see what's coming in, or you guys can see this one too, just to keep an eye on whatever it is. So yep, this is Angel Malus signing off, and I hope you guys like what I have so far and get inspired, and show me what you guys can do, and I'll see you guys next episode. Okay, bye bye.